Hello students, welcome back to GradeBooster. Today our lesson, our video is on one important concept from the rise of nationalism in Europe. In that lesson, we'll study about Napoleon. So we all know that Napoleon played an important role in French Revolution. Here today's our discussion is on that. Is Napoleon a carrier of nationalism in Europe or a destroyer of nationalism? To understand this, we need to know the successes of Napoleon and the failures of Napoleon acts and the reforms that he brought and the rules he made. So Napoleon Bonaparte, he was a brilliant French military leader and also emperor. So he rose to prominence during French Revolution and he conquered most of the Europe in early 19th century. He implemented lasting reforms, including his popular Napoleonic Code, which modernized legal systems, and he abolished feudalism. So he did so many good things which attracted the people's attention. And at last, his disastrous 1812 invasion of Russia, and he was defeated at Waterloo, and he was exiled to Saint Helena. So now we are going to understand, by looking at the different things done by Napoleon Bonaparte, is he really a carrier of nationalism in Europe or a destroyer of nationalism? Let us look at the successes of Napoleon at first. Successes of Napoleon. The first one is spread of revolutionary ideas. He was very much successful in spreading the revolutionary ideas. So what are those ideas that carried the ideas of French Revolution? Napoleon carried the ideas of French Revolution. So these ideas he carried across the Europe to develop the nationalism, to conquer the Europe. So what are those ideas? Liberty, equality, fraternity. What is liberty? Liberty means freedom to the people, freedom to think, freedom to speak, freedom to act, freedom to live in which way they want. That is liberty. So that is the first idea. And second thing, equality. All are equal before law, irrespective of their caste, creed, social status and other things. Everyone is equal. That is equality. And third one is fraternity. What is fraternity? That is the brotherlyhood. So that is like one family, one nation means it should be like a one family, all are brothers. So there is no difference, right? So these ideas, liberty, equality and fraternities inspire the people to think of themselves as a nation instead of subjects of the king. So people started thinking that yes, we are all one nation. We need that equality, we need that liberty. In that way, these ideas attracted the people. That was the first success of Napoleon. Next, abolition of feudal system. That was a great thing done by Napoleon. So what is this abolition of feudal system? So in the territories conquered by Napoleon, feudal privileges were abolished. So there used to be some privileges to some class of people in the society, rich class, landlords who own the lords and who are nobles by birth. So these people used to have higher privileges, more priorities, exemption in taxes for them. So these kind of privileges were abolished, feudal privileges. Next, serfdom ended. What is serfdom? It's a kind of bonded labor. People, they have to work in the farms of the landlords for very low wages. It's not slavery, but it's another form of work. They used to work, they have to work for the very low wages and they cannot go out of that land without owner's permission. They are bonded to that. So that is serfdom. It ended. Guild restrictions were removed. What are these guild restrictions? So the higher society people used to decide what kind of occupation you have to take, what kind of business you have to take. So according to their restrictions, you should decide which work you have to do, which business you have to do. So where you have to do your business and all these things, restrictions. So those restrictions were removed. So these things were done by the Napoleon. So these are also successes. This created economic freedom and equality before law. So it brought equality before the law and economic freedom. People can think freely, okay, I can start this business, I can start this work, I can earn in this way, like that. So that is another success of Napoleon. And third one, introduction of Napoleonic Code 1804, very important. So the Civil Code of 1804, it's also called. So what does it states? Established equality before law. So before law, everyone is equal. There is no exemption for the higher class or lower class. Secured right to property. So those who owns the land, they have the right. So earlier the lands were in the hands of some landlords, some people, some privileged people. So now secured right to property. Simplified administrative system. So he made the administration so simple, right? So whatever the legal system he has brought, it became the inspiration for modern legal system. In many European countries, whatever the legal system still now they are following, it is adopted from the Napoleonic Code 1804 with such a good foresight and with such a clarity that he made this code, Napoleonic Code. So that was the another success of Napoleon, which grabbed the attention of the people. So people are very much happy and positive towards these reforms brought by Napoleon. So they are all towards that, Napoleon's words. Success of Napoleon. Next, fourth one, administrative and economic reforms. So administrative and economic reforms. Transport and communication are improved. He improved the mail services, transportation services and communication services and uniform laws and measurements. So different parts of the Europe, he is conquering one part, another part, another part. So like that. But in all the parts of the Europe, he made uniform measurements. So by that the trade becomes so easy. In one nation, one part of the country, there is one kind of measurement. In the other part, there is another kind of measurement. There is a lot of confusion when the people go there to buy or go there to sell. So standard measurements means the trade becomes easy. So uniform law and uniform measurements. And these reforms helped in national integration. These reforms helped in national integration. So people started joining together to form a big nation. So these are the different things that helped the people a lot. Now come to the failures of Napoleon. Drawbacks. 1. Authoritarian rule. Of course, Napoleon introduced so many good reforms and rules, a Napoleonic Code. Wonderful things he did. But his ruling is authoritarian rule. That means not democratic, not accepting the people's ideas or others' ideas. So the involvement of public in taking the decisions is very less. It is not democratic. That is the one of the failure. So he ruled as an emperor, not as a democratic leader. And freedom of press and freedom of the people is limited. There are restrictions. So there are restrictions that people should not talk these things in the public. Press should not publish these things in the public. Such kind of restrictions are there. And political participation was limited. All cannot participate in the decision making, in the politics. So that was limited. So these things are the failures of Napoleon. The first one is authoritarian rule. Any other failures? Yes, economic exploitation of conquered territories. So Napoleon conquering territory by territory in the Europe, whatever the resources that are found in those new territories, these resources are mobilized to France, to development of that French nation. So heavy taxes were imposed on conquered regions. And local resources were used for French benefits. So the conquered regions, whatever the resources they found in the conquered regions, they are taken to that benefit of the French. And forced conscription into French army. From the new conquered territories, people were forced to join the French army. So these things were not liked by the people, which made some kind of disappointment with this Napoleon. So this is a failure. Next, rise of anti-French nationalism. So he could bring the feeling of nationalism in European people. So they got the nationalist feeling. But because of these deeds, they are taking the new thing, anti-French nationalism. Anti-French. So people in regions like Germany, Italy, Spain began to see French rule as a foreign domination, because the resources of that particular region are not used for the benefit of that particular religion. So the French rule became a foreign domination. They felt it like the French rule is foreign domination. So he is dominating and he is looting our resources. That is the feeling the European people have got. So these European regions like Germany, Italy and Spain. So this resistance strengthened nationalist feelings against Napoleon. So they also got the nationalistic feeling because of Napoleon, but now they're showing this feeling against Napoleon because of his acts, right? So next, military defeat and fall. So continuous wars weakened the France, and Napoleon was finally defeated at the Battle of Waterloo. So his fall ended French control over Europe. So whatever the control that was there, the French control over the Europe, it was ended by the defeat of Napoleon. So he did so many good things. He brought so many good reforms. But he also did something which was not liked by people, like authoritarian rule. So we can see here, authoritarian rule, economic exploitation of conquered regions, rise of anti-French nationalism. So now children, we have come to the conclusion that what you understood by this, is he a carrier of nationalism or a destroyer of nationalism? So it is in both ways. Napoleon knowingly or unknowingly contributed to the growth of nationalism by spreading revolutionary ideas and reforms. However, it's his authoritarian rule and exploitation turned people against him. So Napoleon became a destroyer as well as a carrier of both we can find. Right children? So this is about our topic, Napoleon, destroyer or carrier of nationalism. I hope you liked this video and this way of discussions. So these things will help you in your exams. So when you get different type of questions based on the concept, you will be able to answer. That is my idea. And if you like this kind of videos, please comment below. So by that I will make more number of videos in this pattern for social studies and even for science. So please give it a like and please share this video with your friends and subscribe to GradeBooster channel. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Please like the video. Please share this video with your friends. Please subscribe to GradeBooster channel. Press the bell icon to get all the latest updates. Check the description to find links of other useful videos. Check the end screens for our new videos.